persuasive essay. And the reason why we're doing this is because this is also commonly used in a lot of other forms of writing that you may encounter in your, daily life or your job life. Okay? And the kind of basis of doing this writing is to be able to identify pros and cons or advantages or disadvantages of a topic. And the reason why is because in an argumentative or persuasive piece, you are going to try and persuade or argument a certain point of view. And in order to do that, you have to know kind of different points of view of a topic. And this is what gives you kind of that background. Okay, so I'll probably have to talk about this more next week. But basically, pros and cons are just ways that we use to distinguish advantages, disadvantages, or positives and negatives about a topic. Okay, and usually when we have a certain topic where people have different opinions on, there is usually we break them down usually into these two categories. So this is a type of critical thinking skill that we teach for reading and writing. Reading, because sometimes we need to get information about a topic and we need to know kind of the author's voice. Are they kind of supporting the topic or are they kind of disagreeing and going against it? And so there are certain kind of verbiage, certain language that is used for us to identify that. Okay, so a lot of this, people kind of can relate to it more to politics, because we see it a lot on specific topics, but this could be also about making a decision on something. So maybe you're making a decision on something at work and you have to weigh kind of the advantages and disadvantages. And you may have to justify your decision by, showing if you went for it, the advantages, or you have to justify, maybe you need to counter argue the disadvantages. Okay. So that's kind of what this is focused on. So we have, pros. Pro means you're for something. Con means it comes from the word contra, where it means you're against something. And so usually we can find this in certain readings about like a controversial topic or just a topic in general. You can kind of get a sense if somebody is supporting something or kind of arguing against it. Okay. Let's see. And then pros, usually we're looking for advantages. Okay, something on the positive side. Sometimes we go with the word proposal. It's somebody is proposing something they want or they're for, or productive, something that they want to produce. Okay, so it is something where somebody is trying to either, convince you or kind of bring something up they want you to know about, or maybe something they want to make or do, some sort of action. Okay, so that's usually when we see those things in a reading, it is the author is supporting or they're pro that topic. Okay. And then we have what we call cons from contra. It usually shows disadvantage. So it's either showing something that why it's not favorable, why it shows the negative sides of something, where it's contrary, something that people oppose or resist, okay, or contradict. They're showing some sort of difference or some sort of opposite of what wants to be done. Okay, so that is kind of what you're looking for when you are doing a reading. Sometimes, we read the space tourism reading. That is kind of, you can see who is pro, who is con, based off of what they're saying in their language. Is it contradicting? Is it more negative aspects? Or is it more positive? Are they proposing something? Okay, that's kind of what you need to know in order to do this kind of writing. Are you going to be pro or con on the topic? Do we have any questions?
No, thank you.
No? Okay, let me just check the chat box here. Okay, all right. So I'm going to let you go ahead, and there's some examples here, okay, on pros and cons, so you can go ahead and read those. There's an activity if you want to do it online, okay, where there is some pros and cons with some of the with the topic, related to future living. Okay, so you can do that on Canvas if you'd like to. Okay, and then I will review people's responses next week. And then I'll kind of show you how to organize this into a writing. Okay, but let's just practice the concept first, then we can kind of see how we would organize this in a writing. Okay. Some people did not have a chance to do last week's assignments, so I put them up again. So if you've done them, that's fine. If you want to redo them, that's fine too. But for those who missed it last week, because I think there was some confusion, you can do that up here. If you've done it, great. Okay. All right. Any questions? So I'm looking in the chat box here, and okay. So I'm still kind of lost. So Letitia, you said it appears to be missing. So the writing assignment appears to be missing. I don't know if that was an old question.
No, it's an old question.
Oh, okay.
It was
Sorry.
about the assignments we did and appeared like missing. That it's already clarified. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they could be missing because they're over. So that's why they kind of disappear from your assignment list if that happens. Okay. But you can also see kind of on the modules too an overview. Okay. All right. So again, if you didn't do the introduction paragraph, don't worry. There will be another opportunity in this unit as well to do that and practice that. Okay. All right. So I think I spent most of the time talking today. So next time I will make sure you have a chance to action what we learned. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired from talking today. And so I appreciate you sitting through, on your Saturday morning grammar. Grammar is not the most
you for everything.
entertaining.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay, so next week will be more interactive, not so much grammar. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
I'll see
Bye.
next week.